All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honors to Yahweh.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakudash.
The honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Say, teach much love to Yakim out there, pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And it's the brothers from Great Millstone Tampa Church back for another weekly sit down. And, Lord's willing is edifying and exhorting unto the sincere Akim out there, pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And, as you see, the times that the Lord spoke about are at hands. All right. Everything the Lord told us was going to happen before his return is happening. Okay. No ifs, ands, buts about it. All right. And it's going to progressively get worse on this earth. All right. As a matter of fact, we can start on that. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. And then you brothers got it. All right. Bring that out first. Because there's a lot of things that's going to take place on this earth that nobody even really is considering. All right. There's a lot of, you know, evils, so to say. We'll say that there's going to happen on this earth that everybody, outside of this truth, know, not even thinking about, man. And that's why we preparing ourselves first and foremost with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and increasing in faith, so that we may be able to stand, and endure in that day. But whoever got it, go ahead.
Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Yeah, so there you go, man. So many great miseries going to be done in the latter times, man. We living in those times. We living in the latter times. This is the end days, as they say. What they say, the end times. Well, guess what? You're living in the end times, and the scriptures say that many great miseries are going to be done to them that walk with great pride in these latter days. In America, what they say, the land of the proud, the land of the free, all that bullshit. Guess what? The greatest judgment, the greatest miseries is going to come upon America, right? Many great miseries will be done unto you, everyday people. All right. Here it is. You scared of COVID-19. You should be scared of the Lord. All right. Here it is. You got an invisible enemy, the boogeyman, the newest boogeyman on the block. The Lord's got something coming for you that you don't even know. Your worst nightmares is about to come to life, man. Freddy Cougar is about to knock on your door, man. All right, this is the time that those great miseries is finna take place, man, and they've already begun. We talking about people starving to death. All right, people getting gunned down in the streets, people getting hanged, people getting shot down in the streets, people getting run over. All right, and the list goes on. But these are the times that the scripture the brother just read. We living in those times, man. The latter times. But go ahead, brothers. I'll be right back.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. Then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. Verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So again, going to the point, a time like no other, probably I'm pretty sure it doesn't get into the chapter. But this time we're coming into, Jacob's trouble is going to be pretty much compiled in one time as the worst time ever happened in history. And again, it's going to be in a short period of time. It's going to be going to the tribulation happens as a sudden, that has never happened upon this earth, worse than slavery, worse than anything you can name in history. It's going to happen all in this time right now in the United States. It says, not for the elect's sake, no flesh should be saved. So if it wasn't for that remnant going to God's grace, the entire earth would have been devoured.
This is Daniel's 12:1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth forth the children of thy people. All right. So it's going to get so bad that the archangel Michael, all right, is going to have to come down. And as it says, he's going to have to stand up, all right, for the children of Israel. Okay. Because here it is, as we've been saying, we're in unprecedented times, and it's a time like no other, man. It's no time, no other time in history is gonna be compared to what's taking place now. All right, the scriptures say knowledge shall be increased. All right, so the so-called white man, he's perfected his sport. All right, he has the whole world in his grip right now. All right, by the ball, so to say. He got the whole world, man, in his hand. Okay, it's never been a time like this before, where it's actually going to be a whole so-called new world order, where it's going to be a global. All right, okay. Reading on, it says, "The great prince was standing for the children of thy people. There shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." So the time is coming, man. These are times that the prophet spoke about and trembled, of, concerning these things, man. Okay? These are those times that the prophets trembled about when they felt sick or they felt ill, when they saw these things getting ready to take place. All right? It didn't happen in their time, but now it's happening in our time in these last days. Keep going, because and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's why the brother quoted. He said, "Except those days be short, shall no flesh be saved." That's how bad it's going to get. That if the Lord doesn't return, all right, in a proper amount of time, which we know He's going to, the Lord doesn't return in a proper time. He's going to come back, and it's not going to be no elect to so-called beam up, man. Because why? These last days, we going to be targets, man. All right, because this new world order is going to be put in place, and then you're going to have a resistance, and that's going to be the men of the Lord, man, the elect. Okay, and that's how we're going to be singled out by the simple fact that we're not going to be all right in compliance with this whole new world order, with its ultimately the whole planet.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, starting at verse 68. "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with the things offered unto idols." And keep going. Verse 69. "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord."
That's coming super quick, man. We can't throw a point where that insurrection is basically gonna hit America, and America is really the epicenter of it all. All right, so we're gonna see that great insurrection hit. All right, where you're gonna see all these so-called Americans, all these red-blooded Americans, trying to stand up against the powers that be. All right, and they're gonna all get trodden down. Matter of fact, you want to get go a page back into 2 Ezra 15 and 14.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. "Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein."
Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, to these prideful people out here. All right, because as we read in 2 Ezra chapter 8, they're gonna dwell in great mysteries. All right, these people out here, man, and when you read the word woe, it's the word destruction. Right? So destruction unto the world and them that dwell therein. This is the times that we're talking about. This is the prophecy right now. It's nothing beautiful. It's nothing positive for you people out here in the world. Oh, God is this, God is that, God is love, God is... Read it one more time.
Verse 14. "Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein."
Yeah, second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Go ahead.
"For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh."
The sword and destruction draweth nigh. So the sword is coming. And we've been bringing this down for years and years and years and years and years. And now we're starting to see it come to pass. Now we're starting to really see what the scripture is talking about. Woe to the one of them that run for the sword and destruction from its not. All right. Now death and destruction is starting to happen out here. And now you people are starting to look for answers. You look for answers to your questions. We've been telling you this. And you didn't want to hear it. Now that it's happened, now it's coming to your front door. All right. Now basically it's in your yard. All right. You know what I mean? Now you look for answers. Hey, the answers to the scripture. We've been telling you this. Woe to you. If you don't want to hear, you don't want to heed to what the prophets are telling you, then basically, woe to you, which is destruction onto you. That's what destruction draws nigh. You have something? Read on.
Second Ezra 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up, fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah, with swords in their hands. So these people you're gonna see one people fight against another people. So that's going into race wars. All right. You're gonna insurrection. You're gonna see regular Americans come up against the government. You're gonna see regular Americans come up against their own people, okay? their own neighbors, with swords in their hands, with weapons in their hands. Why? Because they're hungry. Because it seems like that their government is not looking out for them anymore. So now they're gonna have to put action in their own hands. You know what I mean? So they can eat and feed their family. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. This is what's happening right now. This is America now. Like that nigga. This is America. You remember that nigga? I forgot that nigga's name right now. Yeah, Charles Gambino. Yeah, this is America. Yeah. Charles Gambino. He put the song out 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. This is America, where you're gonna see your neighbor fight against neighbor, with swords in their hands, with guns in their hands, looking for answers, looking for a way out of the affliction that's coming upon this world. And America is supposed to be the most powerful nation on the earth. Guess what? It's looking like a real weak nation right now. Anybody have anything? Go ahead. Yeah, keep reading.
Verse 15, reading on, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, swords in their hands.
People against another people with swords in their hands. So you're gonna see Americans against Americans with swords in their hands. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Sedition is basically an uprising against the government, the powers that be. Okay. And we're seeing signs of that right now. We've been seeing signs of that since 2016. All right. Where people going up against the government, looking for answers. All right, going up against going in front of the mayor's house and the White House and all these places looking for answers. All right, now it's going to get to a point where they're gonna jump in front of these different areas. But it's going to be it's not going to be a peaceful protest. It's going to be a violent protest. All right? Just like you see in Mexico where they drag the mayor out of the car and drag him, you know what I'm saying? You're going to start seeing shit like that happen in America. Go ahead. All right. Good.
Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and 2.
Matter of fact, Mark 3:25. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand.
If the house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. So now you see America, you see the beast system itself. Okay, look at the beast system itself going into NATO and the EU. All right, the so-called white man system, it's divided against itself. You got crackers basically divided against the system that's supposedly theirs. All right, they're not with it. They're totally against it. Your neighbor, your neighbor, they're all right, read that one more time, brother, if you can.
All right, this is Mark 3:25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
It's not going to be able to stand. If your house is divided against itself, it's not going to stand. It's not going to be able to continue in power. All right, because you have to be in agreement in order for the power to continue on and rule in a manner that it was supposed to, that was made. But in this case, look at America. It's divided against itself. You got politics. You got Democrat versus Republican. You got everybody against Donald Trump. The whole America hates Donald Trump. Look at it. Ask any of these Americans. What do you think about Donald Trump? Oh, he's out of control. We gotta get him out of office. That's the way America thinks. But this man's in power. All right? And he's probably gonna stay in power. And we pray that he stays in power. But this man is bringing prophecy to pass. But America's divided against itself. Esau, Edom, all right? The nation of Edom is divided against itself. And if you're divided against yourself, there's no way that power will continue to rule, all right, and bring the rest of its subordinates, all right, under control. No way, it's impossible. That was it on that, right? Go ahead. Oh yeah, that was sorry. No.
Isaiah 19:2. Now I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
These Egyptians fight against each other, right? All right? These Egyptians right now, you can look at it as right now as these so-called white men. All right? Egypt. All right, we're not in Egypt anymore, obviously. So we look at America as a place where we serve captivity, just like we serve captivity in Egypt. We're not under the Egyptians anymore, but we're under the Edomites. And so the Edomites are basically taking the place of these Egyptians. And so what? It says, you still have it? Read it one more time, Bob.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse. Isaiah 19:2. Now I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
So the Lord's going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So he's going to set the same nation against itself, in other words. So the nation that we're under, the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, is going to set that nation against itself. And we're seeing that right now. We're seeing so-called white men against itself right now. We're seeing white people against white people. By all means.
This is Psalm 64.
Yeah.
Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that evil shall flee away.
Yeah. He said he's going to set the sword upon himself. The tongue upon himself.
So shall they make their own tongues to fall upon themselves.
Yeah.
And a tongue is also known in scripture as a double-edged sword. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And real quick, that's these pretty much, being whistleblower. Giving out certain information, but they're doing nothing but proving that we're doing the right thing, that we're actually in the spirit of power outside. They're doing up and confirming that the RFID chip is smart. You got videos where Elder Foster Hart saying even Esau or certain Edomite knows that the RFID chip is market. But what here it is, he's spilling the beans on his own nativity, his own nation. And that's doing up for confirming that the prophecies that Yahweh Shai, put on the prophets to speak, okay, it's coming to pass, man. All right, it's going to be more further seen that we were right the whole time.
Hey, that's a good point. Esau, real quick, the brother made a point saying that Esau basically is outing himself. It's these Edomites that are bringing out this truth. All right, they're bringing out the deception of their own people, and we're basically just like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. We're able to see it after they bring themselves out. And Esau basically, they're the power of this earth. They're they got the knowledge, they got the wisdom of this world.
You got this guy, World Alternative Media. He's pretty much ANTV operator. Yeah, he's still the beans, man. You guys want to know? I was telling you, here it is. I'm out here on the island. Okay, you guys gonna know it's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. All right, then you got Vigilant Christian. Okay, you got guys like, even though they,
From down, they're bringing the truth out.
They're most high. It's prophesied that
and the Lord's going to prophesy through all nations. No, it's not just going to be the Israelites. The Lord's going to speak to all different nations. So when you see Esau is bringing out this truth, don't just because you hear like, don't just disregard them. No, listen to what the Lord speaks to these people. That's for us to understand. All right. Ash, you have something to say?
Nope, not right now.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight every one against his brother, every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, Esau's bringing it up, man. Esau's bringing the fight to fruition right now, right? It ain't us. We ain't doing shit. You can't say the Israelites doing anything as far as bringing a fight. All right, no. Esau's doing it. We're bringing it out to the spirit. We're pointing it out. We're like, yo, look what's happening. Look at this article. Look at this article. Okay, look at this video. It's Esau bringing it up. What we're doing is we're filtering it through the scripture so that the congregation can see. Like, look, this is all prophecy. Oh, right?
Yeah, because that's again a heavy sign of this kingdom getting ready to take out. It says city against city. You have one city saying, "Oh, let's let everybody free," and the next city is saying, "No, we're going to lock everything down." So there's no agreement. And the state is like, "Oh, we're going to do this," and then the nation is like, "We're going to do this." There's no agreement on what's going to be going on as far as the affairs of so-called America. That's why they're tugging against each other. That's how this place is down the fall.
Which is why it's going to form something in the form of a dictatorship, right? That order is going to come through because why? It's no agreement. Everybody's saying this, everybody's saying that, but what? That's that American way of life. You know what I mean? Everybody can do what they want to do, feel how they want to feel. But like now, this is the proof of that, which was caused by design anyways, to bring in forth chaos. But this is the proof of doing what you want to do, having your own opinion, this and that, instead of actually running this country, what you so-called based off of the God-fearing country, then then if you had to run off, what you hypocritically put it as, then it wouldn't have to do with this mess.
Now look at that. You said that. Now look what's happening, bro. Now the Constitution is basically being shifted to the side. Now look at the Fourth Amendment, which is like, you can't seize my property, or you can't come into my house, you can't come into my car or my property. Well, guess what? Now Esau's gonna jump into your house and be like, yo, we need to test you to see if you got this violence type of shit. And if you don't want to cooperate, well, guess what? We're gonna use force.
Okay.
We're gonna use violent force. And deadly force, we'll use deadly force. Go ahead, bro.
If I may add real quick, just like the dude from Sakari, I believe he was, talking about I got rights or whatever he said, that's going out the window, man. You don't have no damn rights. All right. Esau, he gonna do his thing now, because what now is part of the draconian laws, man. He coming down with great wrath. He don't care what you say. First of all, you never had any rights. All right. So now the devil is showing his horns more and more every day. All right. They're putting up billboards talking about we're going to get rid of the disease of the earth. And they have a face of a Jake next to it, man. They didn't say COVID-19 or coronavirus. They said we're going to get rid of the disease of the earth. And they had a nigga sitting next to that. What does that go to show you, man? Esau thinks they Negroes, all right, Latinos, Native Americans, Israelites, you the problem, man. So he gonna come and fix the problem. He coming down upon us, man. All right. So there ain't no more. Oh, I got rights. Hey, this is the time where you agree. The script's talking about agree with your adversary quickly. This is the time for that, man. Before, we would be out there 30 minutes with cops going back and forth with them. We're not doing that no more, man. The cops tell us to leave. We'll ask them a couple questions if the spirit allows it. If not, we moving on, man. We'll pack it up and leave. But this, you got simpletons out there trying to argue with cops. In this situation, the scenario that the Esau has presented, which is ultimately, Yahweh Shem outside doing it. But you got dudes trying to buck up against cops. And what happens to them? They end up getting slammed, body slammed on the ground, you know. So this is the time where Esau he's really pushing out his agenda, okay? Because what? Oh, this is leading up to the Lord's return. Esau has to do this so that the Lord can return. You know, Esau has this is a buildup. What's taking place right now on the earth? All this COVID-19, okay, the vaccines, the implementation of the mark of the beast. This has to happen for Yahushua to return. So, if for you not to acknowledge that, you don't understand the scriptures. We understand that this must happen for Yahushua to return. We want this to happen, and it's going to get a lot worse, and we understand that. Just so Yahushua can come back. All right, these are prerequisite. What's the word? Prerequisites. All right, just like you go to school, you got prerequisites of this class. You got to take this class and that class so you can get to this class. Well, guess what? This has to happen. That has to happen so this can happen. We understand that, all right? And we understand who the Lord is using to make this happen. But go ahead, Arya. You have something?
You have something?
Huh?
Let's get down have something.
Oh, come on.
No. We good.
Let me bring this up real quick. Swiftly. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. This is Yahushua speaking. He says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So we know that all this negative shit has to come to pass. Everything that we see happening right now, all these horrible things we see in the news, it has to happen. You know, and when this is happening, we rejoice because we understand that once this happens, then we know that the end is coming closer and closer and closer. All right, we're getting close to the end of America. We're getting close to the end of Esau's kingdom. So when we see wars, rumors of wars, when we see pestilences, when we see all types of injustices, all right, then we know that we get close to something beautiful. But this has to happen. All right, just like Yahushua had to and it's beautiful that the elder made the video. The elder Manasseh Zakbai in South Carolina, he made the video saying, basically, what will you do? You gotta take cues from our ancestors. All right. What did Yahushua do when Yahushua was basically confronted with getting arrested and taken into the power that he woke up and try to beat their asses and no.
Paul told legions of angels. He never called them.
Nope.
Yeah, he said he could. Yes. He got cut right here. Yep.
Yeah. He didn't go take justice in his own hands. No. You gotta remember. What is it? I was trying to think of how it went. Vengeance of the Lord. Yahweh, that is. Okay, the Most High. As the word calls God, it belongs to him. So Yahushua knew that. So what did he do? He took his place as a lamb, and he took his judgment. And we all know because we can read the scripture today. We know he didn't want to do it, but he had to do it. He didn't go out and he didn't try. You know what? Let me call these leaks and the angels down and destroy these. No, he didn't try to do all that. And me personally, bro, when I saw the video of the Edomites breaking into the other Edomites' house and basically taking them in because you gotta get tested. You gotta bring you in to get tested. In my head, I was like, yo, how would I handle this? I was thinking all the wrong things. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking all the wrong things, but elders brought it out. They brought it. Hey, the elders they brought it out. They're like, yo, what did Yahushua? He didn't do that. No, he took his judgment. He knew what he had to do, and we have to hold our integrity as well too. We can't can't do what we want to do, or what we think is right. No, we have an understanding of what we need to do. Okay, that's why this book is written. We have an understanding. The book is written. What does it say? Everything that's written 4 times is written for our learning. So we have an understanding. All of our ancestors, all of our ancestors, all of our forefathers, they laid the foundation for us. This is what you need to do. When this happens, this is how we handle it. So when it happens to us, we know how to handle it. We're not going to go and take vengeance in our own hands. No. All right? We have to hold our faith. We have to hold our integrity. And when it happens, the Lord is going to have our back. Brother, got something?
Hey, kind of real quick, just like we were going in, just like we were going into earlier, Arya. You know, you gotta have the faith, man, to believe that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is gonna intervene, man, when that situation presents itself, man. You know, you gotta believe this. You gotta believe that the Lord is with you. If not, then there's really no reason for you to be here. If you don't believe that Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is gonna have your back, you know, easier said than done, of course. But if you don't believe that, then there's no reason for you to be here. You know, especially in these last times, man, we have to be, our faith has to be increasingly growing. You know, our faith has to be increasing, so to say, Salakia. You know, as these days go on, especially as the prophecies come to pass. Here it is. We've been talking about this. That's why the apostles are in such high spirits. They've been talking about this for 30 years. It's happening. You think the apostles are walking around moping, wondering if this is right or if the Lord's going to come and deliver them? No, they're fully persuaded. They believe. Their faith is on a whole nother level. So we, you know, us as younger brothers, we have to believe, man. We have examples that the Lord has given us. That's why Paul said, "Be ye followers of me, as I am of Yahushua." We're supposed to be following the men that Yahushua has set up above us. Because what? We see their faith. How do we see their faith? Through their works. Their works is showing the faith, man. Yahushua is not finna come down and pat you on the back and tell you to get right, man, or increase your faith. The Lord's already sent those men to show us the way. The Lord has shown us the path through the men he sent. You either get with the program or you get left behind. You know, this is the time where our faith has to continue to grow in these dark times that is coming. You know, because it's going to continually get worse. You're not going to be able to sign into your YouTube account. Maybe 3 weeks, maybe 5 months. You know, we don't know. But this is the time to be getting the information so that you can build yourself up. You have the examples. You've been had the examples. The examples been out there for decades. Now is the time for the faith to be shown through the works, through the acts, man, not through lip service, man. I believe. Well, show the Lord that you believe, man. Don't show the next man that you believe. Show the Lord that you believe. The Lord don't care about what the next man thinks about you. The Lord knows you, what you done. Because you can be the Captain Israel in front of brothers, but what are you doing, you know, behind closed doors? And that's what's going to manifest itself when you're alone in that temptation and the tribulation and all that comes into play. That's what's going to come into effect, you know. Your faith. How are you going to show your faith? You know, what are you going to do when the cookie crumbles, so to say? Because everybody's a slam dunk artist until you get asked to slam dunk the ball. Now it's time for you to show your works. Can you actually slam dunk the ball? You know, just using that as an example, of course. But go ahead, Salakia.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 17 says, "It would happen that when I heard it, I stood upon my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spake, with the sound of it like the sound of many waters. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them where they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled." So our affliction is fulfilled. And this is why all this hell is bringing forth. This is why Esau Edom was losing his mind, man. These have secret counsel, blood sacrifices, these rituals, okay, ultimately to come up against the man of the Lord, okay, because he knows that he has a short time. It's ultimately come down on the brothers that believe in the faith, man, believe in Yahweh Shah. But ultimately, our punishment is accomplished, man. So we're not going into captivity no more, man. And like the brother I said, okay, it's going to be the time where that faith is going to have to speak in that day, man. Because the Lord is pleased with faith, man. It is impossible to please him without that. It's going to be the time when the men of the Lord are going to be shown through their integrity, through their faith, through their holiness, their trust in him in that day. It's not going to be about how many videos you got in that day, how many subscribers, how many likes you got. It's going to be that you really believe in Yahweh Shah in that day. That's what's going to make you one of those men that's going to stand stiffly, man, in your order.
Right. Obviously, the truth. But right now, you're starting to see who the men of the Lord are. You're starting to show glimpses. Okay, because while you have a bunch of other people out here in the earth, okay, bugging out, you got these other groups, these other Hebrew Israelite groups. You got people asking questions about what should I do about taking the vaccine? What should I do about this? What should I do about that? But the men of the Lord, the men that the Lord is dealing with, they don't have to ask questions because we're walking in faith. The questions that we had were answered in the beginning stages of our walk. Now is the time where the Heavenly Father is opening that door for us to walk out and go out with what we have been given. Okay? And it's being shown, and we're in the beginning stages of it. Okay? Because, hey, brothers in starting from the apostles come down, have been hitting at having faith. It's going to take a particular spirit to get through in these last days, man. And it's clear and evident who has that spirit, who the Lord is dealing with. And it's going to become more and more evident in these last days. Okay? Whether some believe or don't, there's a certain few that's been chosen by the Heavenly Father, whether you believe it or not. Because you've seen, you might know this person and you might talk shit. You might be like, oh, I know this guy. Shit, I've known him since I was a little kid. I know him. I know how he be acting. I know that when he be doing this, he's really bullshit. This dude ain't really about what he's saying. But it's being shown. Okay, it's clearly being shown, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. This is he whose life we counted madness, man. People are going to look at the men of the Lord and they're going to be like, dang, this was this guy who we thought was a bug out. Or he was just this dude was going off. But in these last days, it's going to be clearly made manifest, man, through the works. I shall make my faith known by my works.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hey, I got a quick scripture real quick. Just to Salakia, you got something, Hanakla? Salakia.
No, go ahead.
Just to back up what the brother just said. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 27. It says, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. I'll start right there. And like the brother's saying, man, people think we're crazy. We bugged out. You know, everybody looks at us like we crazy, but here it is. Like we were talking about this earlier, Arya. Here it is. We the ones standing for the Lord right now, man. During this COVID-19 situation, you don't see Jehovah Witnesses out there handing out pamphlets, standing on the corners. You don't see churches open up, but you see the men of the Lord still out there. Okay, the foolish things of this world, the Lord chose. Right? It's verse 20. It says, "And base things of the world and things which are despised had the Most High chosen. Yea, and things which are not, to bring to not things that are." So the Lord chose the things that you like to make fun of, the things that you like to scoff at, right? The men that you like to ridicule. That's who the Lord chose to bring forth his word. All right. You don't see no Jehovah Witnesses, the 7-day Adventists and Presbyterians out there. They shut their doors, man. Here it is. They claim to believe in the Lord, but they shut their doors unto you, man. The Lord chose the foolish things because people look at us like we're foolish because we wearing garments and we standing out there on the highways and byways reading Bibles. The Lord chose the foolish things to what? What did it say? The Lord chose what's like it? The Lord, but the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. What say ye now? You know, like what's the hard say, man? What say ye now, man? This is what the Lord has chosen, man. This is the same thing that happened 2,000 years ago. The last, you know, what? How's that saying go? Damn, the last ones you expect. Damn, Salaki, I can't remember the saying, but the last ones you expect is the ones that usually win. You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, this is it, man. We the only ones going out still teaching the Bible, man. We out there. We don't care about no COVID-19. We don't care about the cops, man. We've been ran off the corner plenty of times. That's nothing to us. But what now? People are afraid of the invisible enemy. Come on, man. The Lord has put the spirit on us. Lord's will we those men. The Lord's put the spirit on us to continue to go out there, man. We're not afraid of the invisible enemy. All right. We just doing our job, what's been commanded of us. To confound the things of this world, man. Because really, man, what we doing is on a whole nother level. This is something serious what we doing, man. You don't see what we do, you don't see that every day. Unless you come across the men of the Lord. This is something different. This is the most magnificent thing that's ever happened on this planet. Go ahead, brothers. Y'all got it.
This is Matthew 5, verse 14. Going into what your brother said. Ye are the light of the world, right? And what make us the light of the world? Not because we just so special. As you can see our outward appearance, as brother said, we the underdogs. I mean, we're not so-called educated in this system or looked at as wise men in this society, because the scripture tell you in the book of Sirach, pretty much a poor man's wisdom is not hurting. All right. So we are the light of the world. Why? A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. We're that city. All right. Scripture says a people before it's a place, man. We're that city. Right? It says, neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Yeah. What in the secret place, man? Y'all watching y'all shy, giving light to those that believe, man. As it said, it saved them by the foolishness of preaching to save those that believe. That's why we still out there, man. As the brother stated, man, this whole thing popping off, but who's still out there diligently, man? All right, they literally had to tell us we can't be out there no more. All right.
And we still out there. What's up?
We still out there, man.
You have people that still doubt whether what we're saying is true or not. But here it is, we're still out there.
All right. So it says, and give a light unto all that are.
Hey, real quick, so like it, just to prove it biblically, didn't they beat the apostles? the disciples, they beat them and said, "Don't you know, roughly paraphrasing, you can't teach in the name no more." What they do right after that? What they do? They went out and teach. They went out and teach in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. They were rejoicing, man. This is everything that Esau does to us, you know, whether it be through Jakes or whatnot, the centurions, man, it's proven that we are in the right spirit. We doing the right thing. They beat up the apostles, all right, told them not to teach in the name no more. What they do? They went to teach the name anyway. They was out there rejoicing, and they went to teach anyway, man. Lord's will we those man. We in that same spirit. We don't care what you got to say, man. We follow on what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai says, man. Go ahead, like I just wanted to add that.
It's all good. It says, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house, man. That's why we had this light. Because, you know, this scripture came on mind my young school. So it's like, yo, you can see who the men of the Lord, man, in these last days. Because right now, what the light is shining, what on these prophecies, man. Everything's been said. The other apostles, you know, we took what they said off of faith. We examined the scriptures and what we came to the same conclusion, like, yo, this is the truth. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip, and that's being more and more evident each day. That's why the scriptures say. So what if some did not believe? Yeah, the scripture says, so what if some did not believe? Shall that unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Man. You know, when nobody was believing, we were still out there prophesying. Right before the quarantine, prior to that, before anything was popping off, and we was out there prophesying. And look at it now, man. All right, you got people, you know, now they questioning whether are we right or we wrong. Now they question whether the Bible might be the book or they might be right.
That's right. Hey, through the spirit, Salaki, through the spirit, you probably got people looking for us over there where we used to be at. Through the spirit, there's probably people waiting for us out there every Saturday. They probably drive by looking for us. Because what's happening now, we've been telling you. They probably walked by one day, brushed us off. Now they're looking for us. And it's biblical. The scriptures tell you that they're going to look, Amos 8. It tells you that they're going to be looking for us, man. Bro, man, we getting so close to Yahweh Shai returning, man. And what we've been waiting for this time, man, and it's beautiful. We ain't sweating this. We've been waiting for this. Okay, while people are bugging out, we rejoicing. This is the greatest times of our lives, man. This is what we've been waiting for all our lives, literally. You know, now you can, man. Now it's hard to find the prophets, really, because you don't know if they're gonna be here. You don't know if they're gonna be there. You don't even know if they're gonna come out, bro. This is the times that the Lord spoke about: the wars, rumors of wars, the pestilence, the earthquakes. That was the beginning. We passed the beginning of the sorrows, man. We get into the time of Jacob's trouble, where we already entered into the time of Jacob's trouble, but we get into the times where it's gonna be like no other times. Nothing's gonna be comparable to the times we finna live. The times that is coming on this earth is not comparable to anything on the planet, and it's beautiful because we told you about it. You heard it here first, like Apostle Tahar, like say, you heard it here first at Great Millstone, man. Mark of the Beast, RFID chip. The Apostle's been telling you about this since the 90s. All right. What you guys say now? It's June. Hey, maybe through the spirit in June, they might start microchipping people, man.
Back in St. Matthew 5:16, it says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And that's what's happening, man. That's why the apostles have been saying, you know, we should be on fire, man. We should be perfect for this thing, because what? The things that we've been speaking on, you know, they're that much closer, man. All right, it's like it's here. You know what I mean? Because once we prophesying the things to come, but it's like they're already here. Like that one video you said, like what more is there that you said? You know what I mean? Like the things that we've been speaking on is here. You know what I mean? So verse 17, I'm gonna close out, says, "Think not I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I came not to destroy the law, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle like it shall in no wise pass from the law to all be fulfilled, man. And ultimately, all these prophecies are getting ready to be fulfilled, man. But we're really waiting on that major prophecies on Egypt, because why? Egypt, they go hand in hand with the Third World War, because ultimately the Third World War is what they call with nuclear missiles, man. All right, the things all be all. So man, waiting on this ark of Egypt to be made mandatory, and then what? Things are going to move so fast, speedily, man, and before you know it, we're gonna be out of here. Of course, it's gonna be like a long time because how bad things are gonna be. You know, going day by day without being accessible to food and just all kind of chaos going on. It's gonna seem like a long time, but the time is actually gonna be going by so fast.
You know, the Lord's going to speed the time up for the elect. So, and we can all bear witness to that right now. Yo, dog, we in the middle of May. No, this shit just flew the fuck by. Okay, we know that the Lord's going to speed it up for the kids. We know that.
For the elect's sake. For the elect's sake.
For the elect's sake. Okay, exactly. That's what the scripture said. So we understand that. You know, if we be of the elect, so this is all gonna fly by. You know, so we see, and also what's going to happen. Though it may tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So it may seem like it's taking a minute, but honestly, it's just gonna come and go. And if you have patience, the Lord's gonna give you the spirit to endure it all. And as you read, so we are what? The light. All right. We're the beacon of light that's going to lead the rest of the elect that's still in darkness into the light. Lord willing. Okay, let me read this real quick. In the book of this is First Thessalonians chapter 5, I'll start at verse 5. 1 Thessalonians 5:5. Ye are all children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet of hope and salvation. So brothers are of the light. Okay, so what? It says those of the light, what's it say? Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For what? We're watching what the Lord has given us, what the Lord is showing us. The Lord is doing this. He's doing this for certain people on the earth, not just doing this for the newscast. He's doing this for certain people on the earth. He's showing the elect. Okay, watch what I do next. You saw that? Saw that shit, right? Okay, watch what I do now. He's showing the elect that. So you're able to decipher and break down what the Lord is showing you. Then there's a good chance that you may be of that number. Because what's going to happen after that is only going to be good for the elect. But for the rest of the world, it's going to be bad. Okay? Because what the world thinks that everything is peace and safety, everything is going to come back to normal. They think that everything, wait till normalcy comes back. We're waiting for the shit to just blow over. No, this shit ain't going to blow over. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And when it happens, it's going to come to a head. All right? And when it comes to a head, you're going to be looking for a power. And if you haven't been called on your true and only power, the Lord's going to forsake you. But the rest of the ones that have been prophesying, that have been keeping the faith, that have been moving with the Lord's actions, the Lord's going to bring you to the fight. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, and the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
Yeah, man. That read it one more time.
Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation.
Wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge. Okay? Now how much bullets and guns you got? But
Bro.
that's why we pray. That's another thing. All right, here it is. We in the last days. We in the latter days. What the brothers are praying for? We're praying for the Lord to instill us with more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because that's what's going to keep us stable. Having about the earth. It's going to be pretty. Well, the only thing that's going to keep you alive is the Lord's wisdom and understanding. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's going to keep you stable. Because you're going to see what's happening, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that was in Isaiah 63. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, this was in Jeremiah 50. Okay, yeah, this was the second half of 15. Yeah, we got to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. Even though it's bad for the rest of the world, the elect is going to be like, yo, this is good. This has to happen. Just like we read in Matthew 24:6. All these things must come to pass. These things have to happen. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck here forever. Read on Dawada.
Isaiah 33 and 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
Fear of the Lord is our treasure. So the Lord's servants are going to have fear. Fear in what? Fear in the Lord. We're not going to have fear in what Esau is bringing upon the earth. We're looking at just what that Esau is bringing, and okay, yeah, the Lord is working. The Lord is working. Because everything that Esau is doing, the Lord is giving Esau the green light to do that. Esau don't know that, but we know that. So we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shimi Ashak. Like, yo, that's what's up. Yeah. Esau doing this nasty shit. Okay, that's of the Lord. Okay, Esau says that, oh, we can't go outside no more. Oh, we gotta wear masks now. That's the new door. Okay, call Allah Yahweh Shimi Ashak. Good. Because when we see that, the next thing that's gonna come is something related to prophecy. We're not tripping over this. We're like, all right, good. What's next? Next thing now. All right? Call Allah Yahweh Shimi Ashak. Good. All right? The fear of the Lord is our treasure. We have fear in Yahweh Shimi Ashak. We don't have fear in what Esau is bringing upon the earth. Esau
Hey, real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
It script tell you that the beginning of the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah, I got that right there if you want it.
Go ahead, bring it out, brother.
This is Proverbs 1 and 7. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
There you go.
Fools are going to heed to what the Bible is actually saying, or what the Lord actually has in store for us. If you're a fool, you're going to look at this as a negative thing. You're going to be like, oh man, when is this shit going to end? When I'm going to get, I'm trying to go back to work. I'm trying to get my job. I'm trying to go back to work, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, exactly. They're trying to get back to that. They're trying to live back in the best life, trying to kind of study, trying to go downtown and study. Or some other. Now, we ain't worried about that shit right now. We're looking at what the Lord is bringing. Because what the Lord is bringing is ushering in the next phase. Right? Fools, you're looking at it as a negative thing. But if you're wise, you're looking at it as, all right, good, this has to happen. Otherwise, the transformation is not going to come. We're going to be stuck in limbo. We're going to be stuck here in this fucking, this shit forever. This shit is weak, bro. This is weak. So we're looking for the next thing. We're looking for, all right. The jobs are gone. All right, now what? Oh, hyperinflation? Good. Hyperinflation is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You got to look at it as a good thing. Stop looking at everything as oh man. So look at this as a good, positive thing. Hyperinflation is good. Death and destruction is good. You're not dead. You're alive. So what the hell are you worried about? Death and destruction is a good thing because that's ushering in the next phase. All right. Right.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 7 says, "For they that sleep in the night, they that be drunken are drunken in the night."
They that be drunken are drunken. They that sleep. That's you regular ass people. That's you regular Americans. Jake, you think you go to church every Sunday. every Saturday and Sunday or whatever. Maybe go to a Wednesday or whatever. You got some kind of Bible study in. Hey, that don't mean nothing to the Lord. Drunken like those that be read it one more time.
First Thessalonians 5:7. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
That's you. That's y'all. You don't see what the Lord is showing you.
Hey, real quick, if I'm gonna add on to you, all right, they're drunken at night because what? They're in gross darkness. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're drunk. They're stumbling upon, they're stumbling because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They sipping that wine. That's why the scriptures say that about the elect that they were not defiled with virgins. These niggas are. Most of our people are defiled with virgins. They're drunk. They have committed adultery. They don't know what's going on. We, Lord's will, we those men, we have taken that cup that leads unto everlasting life. Contrary, these other people, they have taken the cup that makes them drunk. They've taken the cup of Babylon. They threw that shit down like a shot. And now look at them. You see the state of our people, man. We didn't got to explain it. These people are drunk, man. Our people are fucking drunk. Not with strong drink. They stumble, but not with strong drink. The scripture said that for a reason, man. They stumbling, not with strong drink. You can have a man that never drank a Bud Light in his life, but this nigga stumbling because he's taken on the drink of Babylon. He sipped of that cup, man. And this is what we pray for the Yahweh Bashim outside to take away from our people, man. We get on our people a lot. We cuss our people out, and because we passionate and this and that. But we want our people to be right, man. Here it is. Our people been sipping on this fucking Four Loko their whole lives, man. They've been drinking Four Locos their whole life. They're drunk, man. They don't know what's right or wrong. And here we are telling them, but what? They're too goddamn drunk off of that Four Loko that they can't even decipher what's right or wrong. We trying to lead them down the right path, but they're too damn drunk off of that Four Loko, which is Esau Edom's philosophies, right? The Babylonian ways, the ways of the whore, that they just gotta die. That this is what we warning people about, man. This is what we telling you to come up out of that. This is not the way, right? That Four Loko is not the way. Put that cup down and come rest with us, man. Be sober, be vigilant spiritually. Go ahead, Arya.
Something on what Arya stated earlier, going about people what they rather. It would be better if they died. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 17, verse 17. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. And the life that these people live is bitter. The life that we all live is bitter. So what's best for these people, the 2/3, of Israel, what's best for them is death. Okay, that's the best thing for you because you're not going to receive salvation. You're wicked. 2/3 of Israel, that is. Best thing for you is death. Okay? Death is better than bitter life. You go inside, you people know that your life is bitter, man. You mask your life with 2 days out of the week, Fridays and Saturdays, and sometimes Sunday. That's literally how you cover up the misery of your life. 2 or 3 days of the week, man. You go out on Friday nights, you have your Saturdays off, and you enjoy your Sunday fun days. That's it. That's what you use to try to cover up for the misery that you go through the whole entire rest of the week. and through the wickedness that you do. So the best thing for you is death.
Low level. That's a low level way of living. And we go and don't get it wrong. We used to be in that same shit too. We used to be in that same cycle as well too. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, we were able to do sort of right way, okay? And we cleaved on to it. We're like, you know what? This is correct. You know what? I'm gonna give up this Sunday Monday bullshit, and I'm gonna give that up, and I'm gonna serve the Lord as long as I need to serve the Lord. And for many of us, it's been years and years and years. And look at the apostles; it's been decades, and other brothers as well too. All right, other elders, it's been decades. All right, or over a decade. That's a long time. Okay, that shows faith, that shows trust, because this word right here is giving us anything spiritual. It's just showing us, okay, yeah, you're stuck in this hamster wheel. Go to work, get your little paycheck, and go to sleep and start the same shit the next day. That's not life, man. You really believe that is life? Then yeah, you've been in Babylon too long. And we all been in Babylon too long. Guess what? We understand that there's something else that we're telling them. And we're looking towards that.
Hey, real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you watch that movie Agora, the dude, which is symbolic for the prophets. He got up there and he said, "You guys are a bunch of sheeps." That shit's funny. You brother ain't seen the movie Agora, you gotta see it, man. You gotta see it. That's a must watch right there. A movie. What?
People are sheep, bro, and guess
sheep.
They do it as cattle, man. They look at you as they see dollar signs when they look at you, bro.
Goy.
They don't look at you like oh, he's a living being. Life is precious. They don't look at you like that. No, they look at you like, oh man, see how funny we get out this motherfucker. That's the perfect word, a resource. Wonderful. Resource. And that's sad, bro. So you look at the men of the Lord like that, bro? You're looking at the Israelites like that? No, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's actually supposed to be the other way around, but guess what? Everything's trying to play down because of people. But now we have to go through this punishment, and we have to go through this hell because of our mistake. All right? But now, through the scripture, the prophecy, it shows us that this is only going to be for a little bit of time. All right? And when it's over, it's going to be a beautiful day. Go ahead, bro.
So 1 Thessalonians 5:8 says, "But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, for a helmet, the hope of salvation."
Yeah, that's the elect. Okay, the ones that believe, the ones that are in the know. All right, we put on that breastplate of salvation. We put on a helmet of faith, a helmet of salvation. All right. I say we, and Slakia, I'm not trying to make myself that number or make ourselves that number, but we believe. We're not doing this for no reason. We're doing
Yo.
I think they might have froze.
Yeah, I think they froze. Yeah, they froze. But we'll go ahead and show it. You got anything? You got a scripture or anything about?
No. I'm good.
here.
Okay, they're back. They're back. There you go.
Saying that's the Satan shit, bro.
Go ahead. You're back.
Yeah, read that again so we can bring that.
It's 1 Thessalonians 5:8. I'm gonna read 9 as well. It says, "But let us who are of days be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet of hope and salvation." Verse 9. "For the Most High hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh."
See that? You don't put us to rap, but the obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh. See that? So this is very important that we notice that, we understand that, we acknowledge that, and we stay in order under our Lord, under our Savior. Because the Lord is going to bring us to the fire at the end of the day, but the Lord's going to bring that hell upon our enemy.
Because the scripture say, it said he's not appointed up to wrath. It said in Proverbs 16:23, if I'm not mistaken, says the righteous hope is in good, but the wicked his hope is is of wrath, destruction.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So the Lord ain't appointed us for wrath. You know, men that's sincere, men that's up, sober minded, as the brothers, you know, so I do when we put it for, you know, being a part of this world, you know, that type of man that's in the right spirit, the Lord ain't appointed that man to wrath. And how should I say? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep you from the hour of temptation, man.
That's right.
And men that are doing the right thing, with sincerity, man, your hope should be in salvation, man. All right?
Because what else is your hope supposed to be in? Our hope is supposed to be in salvation, man. That's the ultimate reward. But the scriptures say that, roughly paraphrasing, there's nothing greater to see your enemy fall, man. When we, Lord's will be those men, we're gonna get to see our enemy fall when we get salvation. Because when we, Lord's will be those men, we're gonna see our salvation when those nuclear missiles is flying through the skies. That's the destruction of our enemies. Just to add on to you, but go ahead, brothers. And we can close out here in a couple of scriptures, brothers. Go ahead, Bill.
And brother, precept up said, appointed us. Right. So Luke chapter 4, verse 6, it says, I'm sorry, verse 5. It says, I'm sorry, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
We were putting it straight because we moved the Most High to wrath. We were playing on the idols and we cheated on our husband. Type of shit. Okay, so this is our righteousness. You know, really the nation shouldn't even be alive right now. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, you know, Yahweh Shai, you know, through his blood, we are on the grace right now. This is a beauty, and that's what the rest of us doesn't understand. They don't understand what grace really means. They don't understand that. So they just out here committing all types of wickedness, being demons. All right, being complete wicked niggas, bro. That shit. I'm so done with this world. But at the end of the day, hey, that we're supposed to see that, and it's supposed to infuriate us. Not to a point of us to go on the wrath, but we see that and we hate this world. So now what? We see it. We praise the Lord. All right. Now that we see that the Lord is working with certain people on the earth, we follow the Lord in hopes of getting that salvation because we see what the prophets have to say. Go ahead, bro.
First Thessalonians 5, it says, "Therefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also you do. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are open to the Lord, and admonish you," it says, "and to esteem them very highly, in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men."
It was us at one point, you know, and now that we got that exhortation, we do that to the flock. Okay.
Yeah.
Read that first one, huh?
And it says, "Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded,
Yep.
support the weak, be patient toward all men."
Yeah, we patient towards our people because what we understand that the elect is amongst them, and they have to hear these words. Once they hear these words, they're gonna get in line. That's why we understand that the work still needs to be done. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be doing this video right now. The work didn't need to be done. All right, we have to remain patient. We have to understand that hey, we got the blessing. All right, the elders they showed patience to us to a point where we got the understanding and were fully persuaded to put the word out as our elders did. Now we have to show the same patience onto the rest of the nation. Because there's brothers still out there. There's brothers still out there that's in darkness. And they're going to come into the light. We're down. We know they're going to come into the light. They ain't even tripped no more. But the point is to have patience unto it. All right? Don't get carried away from this point. Okay?
Hey, so I can real quick, brother, you've been watching the whole video, so he asked a question real quick. I'm put it on the screen. He said, "How do you spell the name of the movie? What movie? Go ahead and put it up on the comment board so we can know what movie you're talking about. I don't know what movie you're talking about. Gore?
The one you mentioned earlier. Right?
The what?
Yeah, you mentioned we were talking, and you mentioned the movie your Gore that said that's a must watch.
Agora?
Isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're talking about, Agora.
I think that's what he's talking about. It's gotta be what he's talking about. Which means marketplace, right? That's the movie.
I know. That's why I'm asking shit. I'm not a mind reader, brother. Salakia.
No, I think that's the movie he's talking about. That's the movie. He's mentioned it maybe about 10 minutes ago.
Go ahead with this lesson though, because we finna close out.
I'll close out.
If that's the movie you're talking about, it's Agora. I'm sure you can find it. It's not rocket science.
It sounded out. You know, it's on there. It's out there.
Yeah. I'll sign it out for it. Agora. There you go.
Okay.
Not to be an asshole, but I mean, it's not rocket science either. Shit.
It's out there. It's a good movie.
Because that's how I found the movie. Apostle said it in the video, and I found it. Plain and simple. So go ahead and bring out the finishing precepts, and we out of here.
1 Thessalonians 5:15 says, "See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, but wrong yourself and to all men. Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, guys. Everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High in Yahweh Shai concerning you."
Read Baba Shah Salakia. Oh, go ahead. Finish your thought, Salakia.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask to read it again, but go ahead and finish your thought.
I read it again. It says, "See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, and everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High in Yahweh Shai concerning you."
Woo. That's a mouthful right there, boy. Hey, that's what the will of Yahweh Shai is, man. Everything the brother just read, and it's biblical, but the brother just read it from the scriptures. That's what the Lord wants. You know, that's what the Lord wants right there. And that's what we do, you know, amongst the body. And it's beautiful. A lot of people like to scoff because they're not part of the body. But we understand what the scriptures are talking about. How do we understand that? Because brothers show us that love. You know, this brother showed me that love, that brother showed me that love, this, that, and the third. You know, we understand that love because we show one another that love. Yahweh Shai told us that love. That's the love we trying to show each other, man. Of course, we're not Yahweh Shai, so we can't, you know, we're not trying to put ourselves on that pedestal, but we understand that love, man, because we see it. We see it. We understand it. We live it. You know, we interact with one another. You know, that's why when Paul wrote his letters, which is most of the New Testament, if you didn't know, now you know. What he talking about mostly? He's talking about he gonna send this man, he gonna send that man unto this church, unto that church. Why do you think he did that? Come on, man. You need to understand what you read. that love is something different, man. And until you experience it, you won't understand it. If that makes sense. That love, you can't get no love like this outside of this body, man, until you experience it. And we've been blessed to experience that love. And now we know how to push that love out. We know how to, the scriptures say, there's a word they're saying, teach one, know one, or something like that. Something like that. I forgot how the saying go. Know one, teach one, something like that.
Takes one to know one.
The water. Hey, you have to experience it before you can push it out, man. And we have the greatest thing, brothers. That's here it is, the video, the title of the video is "The Lord is Coming." What should I say about the kingdom of heaven, man? Any brother can go ahead and give me the answer for that. Where's the kingdom of heaven start? Exactly. One word. Brother said us. The kingdom of heaven begins within us. And that's what Yahushua said. They're going to look for, the kingdom's here, the kingdom's there. The kingdom of heaven is within us. We hear, brothers. The kingdom of heaven is within us. Recognize it. Take hold of it. And take heed of it. Because if the kingdom of heaven is within us, where are you going? Where are you going? You looking for the kingdom of heaven? Here it is. Those will we those men. We right here. Beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. We right here. We've been here. We ain't going nowhere till the chariots come. But go ahead, bro. Anybody got anything else? Any precepts? Any closing statements? Anything? If not, we're gonna go ahead. You got something?
No, that's it.
Okay, kind of. Hey, but with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying and exhorting to you, Akim, out there. We want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Hakadosh. Hey, this is it, brothers. This is it. This is it. The Lord's coming back soon, man. Watch, pray that you enter not into temptation, man. That is the Lord's prayer. The Lord's prayer. What did the Lord's prayer say? Deliver us, lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. This is the best prayer you got right now. This is our best defense. Yahweh Bashim outside. If you ain't got that, if you don't know what's going on, if you don't have a prayer to say the Lord's prayer, man. That's the best prayer to say every day. And you best believe it's going to manifest itself. The Lord specifically told us to say that. You know, he talked about repetition, but hey, the Lord's prayer, you better say that every day to the best of your ability. Because, I fuck up sometimes. I don't remember to say it every day. But, hey, that's a heavy prayer, the Lord's prayer. But with that, Yahweh Shemashai Brakatham, Lord's will, we almost out of here, brothers. Shalom.